Hello again all and welcome back to Growler Cat. Today we are going to do a little bit of a follow-up on my Terminator Dark Fate video. This time they've come out with a Comic-Con featurette where they're gonna, pretty much this is gonna show a little more behind the scenes, a bit more footage, stuff like that. I watched it already and I'm still a bit worried, and I will get into that as we go along, or even maybe after the whole featurette. So let's just take a look at this thing and try to keep your eyes and your ears open for this, because it really does show a lot. It actually shows more than I think what they intended to show us from the get-go. So let's hit this up. I'll be playing and pausing the video as we go, so if you've never seen it before, why don't you go on ahead and just type in this Comic-Con featurette, check it out for yourself, then come back and we'll view it together here. So if you're looking just for a straight run through of the featurette, you're not going to get it here. You're going to get me playing and pausing and talking and blah, 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 blah. Okay, so let's go on ahead.
Last night, I was standing there looking at a monitor. On one camera was Linda Hamilton, and on another camera was Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Okay, so right there we already see just the last scene back there. We can clearly see that Arnold is indeed a T-800, which I was speculating in my last video for Dark Fate. But clearly we can see here too that he's definitely a T-800. He's back in the saddle as far as that goes. And I just want you all to notice that they're really showing a lot of Linda and a lot of Arnold in this featurette.
I thought, holy fuck.
There's Tim Miller, the director.
Okay, let's recapture that tone. It's R-rated, it's grim, it's gritty, it's fast, it's intense.
There's another thing right there, is that Cameron just said that it's dark, it's gritty, it's fast, it's R-rated, and that's pretty much the main driving point I feel for this whole featurette, is that they really want to let people know that this is an R-rated movie. Now, there's nothing wrong with it being an R-rated movie, but at the same time, I feel that they're really trying to hang on to the fact of the matter that it is, to try and get in anybody who's had their doubts about the film in the first place. This is kind of a bad thing. I mean, again, don't get me wrong, our ratings definitely give the creators a lot more freedom to convey into their project, but at the same time, the way that they're kind of driving this and shoving it down our throats, which you'll see a little bit as we go on, you're going to notice that there's a lot of cussing, a lot of swearing, showing, hey man, look at us, we're R-rated, you gotta like us now, right? You know, because the last trailer really wasn't that great. It had, you know, just the three girls, the new Terminator, just, you know, it just looked like a totally different thing altogether, just with some concepts of past Terminator films. So again, keep a lookout for that. You'll also notice that there's a big absence of I already forget the one chick's name that kind of looks like a ripped muscle beaver. I forget her name, but kind of like the new Terminator lady, and the other girl that I guess is kind of like the new John Connor or what have you. So
work hard and play hard, and this is what this movie was all about.
Tim has this fresh vision, and like what he did in Deadpool, his action is huge.
Okay, you get a little bit of her there.
Fast white knuckle ride.
And we're seeing, you know, some violence. Cameron right there even said, you know, this is a fast white knuckle ride, you better watch your ass. Again, with the swearing, like, hey, look at us, you know, we're fucking really trying to sell this as, you know, an adult movie.
Hunt Terminators. You metal motherfucker.
There you go, right there. Even Linda Hamilton, metal motherfucker. It's just really trying, I think it's trying a little too hard here to be an adult-oriented film. The action does look good.
In the footsteps of T1 and T2, that adrenaline rush feeling, that sense of terror.
In this film, the action is 10 times bigger. It's like, holy shit, holy shit, holy shit.
Again, he got Linda Hamilton there. They got her pretty much just cussing, you know, holy shit, holy shit, holy shit. Really not necessary, but okay. I actually did look into a few of the comments here, and there are a couple people that feel the same way that I do, as far as that goes. And there's a lot of people who are hyped for it too. I mean, obviously, you see here, you know, 4.5K versus a 607 like to dislike ratio. But again, really trying to throw in a lot of that cussing and action mixed with the violence. We just seen the T-1000 over there, like slicing up dudes and shit like that, explosions, so on and so forth. And they also said that even with T2, when T2 came out, they were pretty much using the same strategy of not so much with a whole bunch of cussing and stuff like that, but they were using the whole premise of this is a bigger, you know, action movie. This is way bigger. This is bigger than any Terminator film ever. And again, they were saying that, you know, for T2, and now they're back here saying it for Dark Fate as well.
This film is relentless. It just does not stop. Just fucking insane.
Here we got the director there cussing too. A lot of, I don't know if you can really even call that violence, because it's just a gun shooting. I mean, it is essentially a gun shooting a guy's face, and then it all just like the gun shreds his like T-1000 liquid down, and it's the endoskeleton behind it, much like how the TX had it in Terminator 3. Okay, so I do stand corrected. Let's oops. Let's just pause this here. I didn't mean to highlight the, okay, well, whatever, it'll be fine. Okay, so a few of these here. How the hell do I get rid of this? Okay, I don't know. Oh, there we go. Okay, so yeah, so there's some people, you know, happy 35th anniversary. I hunt Terminators, motherfucker. Can I have that on the shirt, please? All right, fine, fair enough. There was a bit of the Muscle Beaver chick in it fighting the T-1000, so I do stand corrected with that, but that definitely wasn't the focus. You didn't have her sitting in the chair saying, holy shit, and like, you know, Linda Hamilton was, or even with Arnold looking into the camera and talking to you. They didn't have any of the new people, with the exception of, I think her name's Natalia Reyes. She was talking about how good Tim Miller is because he did Deadpool, which, you know, I mean, Deadpool in my eyes was a good movie. Both of them were. So, you know, you got Cameron and you got Miller. So, I mean, those are definitely good things. You got Hamilton and you got Schwarzenegger. So, again, those are good things. How the other people will be, we really don't know yet. Okay, Metal Motherfucker again. This guy right here, Shady Lurker Gaming, I really did enjoy his comment. The producer says, hey everyone, make sure you swear a whole bunch in the featurette so our movie looks super edgy. I gotta kind of agree with this, but again, Terminator 2, and I believe even Terminator 3 were also R-rated, but I never felt that they really drove that home with the R rating. I mean, even in T2, yes, it has an R rating in it, but it's not like fucking super violent. It doesn't have a whole ton of cussing in it. You know, it's really not that type of movie, and it also does a good job with action and story as well, as we all know. But I did like this kind of, let's see some of the replies here. Are you soft about it? I don't even know what this is supposed to mean. Okay. Here we go. Carlito's Way says this. He was thinking the same thing. I got to agree with that. Funny comment, but I think it's also a true comment there, Miss Caitlin Wild. The hate for this movie is getting boring. Just give it up. This is gonna rock. Now, I mean, it may or may not. That's Professor Popcorn. We don't know that for sure if it's going to. I would say that you're a little gullible, a little perhaps naive, and saying that. And I can also say the same thing for me shows here, saying that the movie's going to bomb big time, because again, that's not necessarily proven. It's just the way that they're taking this whole thing. Again, I hate to repeat myself, but the whole way that they're taking this featurette is just putting in a shit ton of action into it and a shit ton of cussing to just be like, hey, you know, we're R-rated and we haven't lost our edge. And this guy right here saying, you know, let's look super edgy. I agree with him on that. And nothing in here has this man said that this movie's going to be a piece of shit. He's just simply stating out. Shady Lurker Gaming is just simply stating out the facts of the matter, which I feel is that. Okay, maybe it's not a fact. Maybe the producer didn't say that, but I highly doubt that. I'm pretty sure that they were told to just kind of let loose with their tongue and let them know that, you know, this is a movie for, you know, real fans of the film and it's adult and fucking hold on to your asses type of deal. Let's see. Let's look at a few more here before I cut this video. He doesn't know that Cameron is a producer of the film and he has a lot to do. I don't know what the hell that means. At Sorrel, I guess. I don't know where Sorrel's comment is. I agree. It looks like they're trying hard to be cool, and they have to since this looks like a CGI crap fest. Again, I kind of feel in my last video I said that the CGI did look like shit in a few particular scenes, but I also feel that they'll probably touch all that shit up before the final product. Let's look at some more here. Where's John Connor? I do believe that he is in the movie. I think he's supposed to be superimposed CGI, but again, I'm not 100% sure. I haven't watched the whole panel, so I couldn't tell you. That was another thing that I noticed here. Fabio Gonzalez says the Terminator theme makes the action scene somehow deeper. Well, that's because we've gotten so many good action scenes with that theme and we knew it was coming. But the thing is, too, is that they decided to put the actual Terminator theme into this featurette just to, again, show like, hey, we're still a good old Terminator, don't worry. And maybe we shouldn't be worried, but maybe we should. Who knows? Okay, so many times this franchise has disappointed me, yet I'll still give this one a try. That's what I call a real fan, somebody who is still willing to give it a shot no matter what. That's good. I'll watch it for free when it comes out in the next trailer. Okay, that's pretty funny, Corey. Yeah, let's see. Remember the last time James Cameron praises Terminator Genesis? The clip is edited just like that one. The studio is so desperate. Now, I haven't seen exactly what he's talking about, but I have heard that Cameron did praise Genesis. He said that, you know, I'm paraphrasing here, that it was, you know, really cool. And I gotta agree with him. I didn't mind Genesis. So, I don't know. I'll probably end up liking this movie to some degree, but then again, who knows? I missed the vibe, the tension, the horror of the Terminator. Yeah, the first Terminator was definitely a sci-fi horror flick for sure. Okay, blah, 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 blah. It ain't got nothing on T2, I guarantee it. Darth Revan is probably right on that. It more than likely doesn't, but again, you know, it's something. R-rated, Linda Hamilton, Arnie, take my money and say no more. And this right here, Barry Allen, okay, the Flash, he isn't quick enough to catch on to that's exactly the mentality that this featurette wanted to imprint into your mind. This is exactly what they wanted. This is the type of comment that they really do want to see from these people and from this featurette. This is it right here. This is textbook. R-rated, Linda Hamilton, Arnie, take my money and say no more. He's okay to feel that way, but again, this is exactly what the producers wanted, and hence why they showed so much action and so much cussing in it. And they even said that the film was R-rated, of course, too. So this guy right here, I kind of feel like he's been a little brainwashed, but okay, maybe a lot brainwashed. I don't know. James Cameron saying almost exactly what he said about Terminator Genesis, which he also said the same thing about Terminator 2. Sorry, James, I'm not trusting your word after Genesis. Fair enough. Here we go right here. Alberto says, James Cameron and company think that if they swear in this featurette, I'm going to be interested in seeing the stupid movie. LOL. Again, this guy is definitely well aware. I'm going to go through a few more here and see. It's great that Macaulay Culkin has landed a role in a big movie. So happy for, I guess he's talking about the one Terminator chick. That's really, really funny, actually. Okay. When I hover my mouse on a thumbnail before clicking, I thought Arnold is singing and playing with a guitar. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Okay, right here, this guy, he's kind of on par with me. Emiliano Alvarez Martinez says, okay, nice action and all that. Now, how about a good story? He's definitely not wrong. We don't know much about it, but I know that they also don't want to give, too much away either. So they're really, really riding off of this whole cussing and action thing. And Emiliano's still, he's still wondering. Let's see what the replies are for him. Agreed and indeed. Yep. All right. I think that's supposed to be Anchorman stuff there. Okay. It's all about loud noise and explosions. Storytelling and character building is lame. Okay. I'm sure that Peter Packer is just being sarcastic there. Okay, so I think I'm just gonna leave it on that before this becomes a fucking 20-minute video. So I hope that you see where I'm coming from. A few people here do see where they're also not blind to that fact. The fact of the matter either that Terminator: Dark Fate, the featurette, definitely does seem a bit desperate in trying to drive home that R rating vibe, and they're doing it so blatantly to the point that they even need to cuss in the featurette, and then in the actual, showing the action scenes and everything, they're just showing a bunch of action, so on and so forth. Which, I mean, that's good to grab attention and what have you. But again, they're really trying to drive this whole thing that it's a grown-up movie, it's adult, it's we're here for the old fans and we're here for the old fans alike, is what I feel that they're trying to convey, while also trying to get that Deadpool audience kind of gripped in too as well. So I think that they're trying to go for that audience because they've been using Cameron's name and Tim Miller's name for the actual trailer. I just seen the trailer yesterday after watching Spider-Man Far From Home, and they played the Dark Fate trailer again, and they made sure to have Tim Miller's name and James Cameron's name on there too. And now they're showing that, hey, we're swearing, we're cussing, and hey, hurry up and like us. But I'm gonna go on ahead and I'm gonna give this guy here, Shady Lurker Gaming, I'm gonna give him an upvote because I do agree with this sentiment, absolutely, 100%. So there you go. That's about it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. And thank you for coming back to Growler Cat, and let me know how you feel about this whole featurette, and where do you think we're going to be going from here. We'll see you next round.